Siphephile Kunene. Siphephile, a very good morning to you. We do understand over the weekend that there were 3 sink-ins, I believe, collapsing of the soil there. Before you talk to us about what's happening today, could you just quickly take us through the events of this past weekend?
Morning, Ayanda. What happened this past weekend, experts were called in from 2 different companies to come and test if the ground is stable enough as well as the rock for rescue mission to continue. But while they were working yesterday in the afternoon at around 3, another rockfall occurred. In a space of about 30 minutes again, another one occurred. And it happened about 3 times yesterday. Everything was suspended. Residents came rushing out. They had come in to pray with their families that have their loved ones trapped in the mine. Those who were camping here, the families came out rushing as well. They set up camp next to the gate, next to us. They were highly emotional. It was a very sad situation. Everyone was scared for their lives. They actually witnessed the mountain falling. When they describe it, they say there was some sort of strong wind. After that strong wind, the mountain cracked and then it started falling into the sinkhole. Most of the families that we used to speak to, like Yvonne's dad, Yvonne is also held down. She has 2 children. He normally speaks to us and he tells us how hopeful he is. But yesterday he couldn't tell us a word. He just said, not today. He was just too touched. He didn't know what to do. Yesterday was just a very sad one.
I can imagine, Siphephile, this is a terrible, terrible situation. What does it, where do we stand at the moment? So we do understand rescue operations have been suspended. Do we know when they will resume?
We are not sure as yet as to when the rescue operations will resume, but I got an SMS this morning from Mike Beck, the managing director of the mine. He said later on the CEO will come and address the media. They said no one is in danger at the moment, but the 3 remain trapped underneath.
Well, Siphephile, we do know that AMCU had also been there for quite a number of days last week. They had called on President Jacob Zuma during the State of the Nation address to make special mention of the situation at the mine. Have we seen any government officials, perhaps even the Premier, coming to the site there to give his support?
The Premier was here on Saturday together with the Minister of Mineral Resources. The Premier promised to rope in other companies that have the know-how in this field. He called on private companies to come help. It seems like the work has become too much. It has become a mammoth task for this company alone. It can no longer deal with it. And then AMCU made a call to the government to declare this a national disaster so that more resources are allocated to it. And the department, the Minister of Mineral Resources, Msebenzi Zwane, made mention that the mine will give the families of the 3 that are trapped down an amount of 200,000 each as compensation, and the miners which were in the mine during the collapse 50,000 each, just for compensation, not that they are buying life or anything, just to compensate the families, to have them going. Yesterday, we understand there was a meeting in Pretoria between amongst all the involved parties to pave a way forward, while the assessors were here working with part of the management.
We'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Siphephile Kunene, for that update. We'll continue to cross live to her throughout the course of the morning and indeed the day as that story continues to develop.